These 8 tech news stories are unbelievable. Wait till you see number 5. She didn't know the camera was rolling. It's happened. Android has been installed on an iPhone. So that's it. We won, everybody.
Nice.
Good job. Hit the showers.
Hey, all right.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, no, I'm back. So here's the story. David Wang and Chris Wade of Project Sandcastle have managed to run Android 10 on various models of iPhones. The iPhone 7 offers the smoothest experience, but that is not saying much. Now, the phone can boot up, but there's a ton of functionality missing. That's understandable though. The developers had to write a ton of code from scratch to run on Apple's proprietary hardware. This project is a particularly cheeky one too, as Wang and Wade are the co-founders of Corellium, a company currently being sued by Apple for offering access to iOS virtual machines. I mean, you're already in trouble, right? Like, why not just double down? Keep on digging to the center of the earth! AMD held their Financial Analyst Day, also known as FAD, yesterday. And while that sounds incredibly boring, I don't think it sounds boring my way, the company actually dropped some intriguing details about their plans for 2020. Team Red says we can expect new Radeon GPUs built on the RDNA 2 architecture, also known as Navi 2X, apparently. That will finally, hopefully, address the high-end market and compete with NVIDIA, who has just been kind of like sitting up there going, yeah! I mean, look, Jensen, we can't all afford 200 leather jackets so that we have a different one for every day of the week. Just like NVIDIA, AMD will finally be splitting its GPU architecture into RDNA for gaming cards and CDNA for compute cards, meaning we could get performance improvements in both areas, although not at the same time. And then on the CPU side of things, AMD is working on a 3D chip stacking technology called X3D, which will reduce chip size and increase bandwidth because X. And hey, as a bonus, Ryzen 4000 series laptops will apparently have up to 18 hours of battery life. Whoa! Slow down there, Team Red. AMD is just like drunk on popularity for the first time in like 15 years. They're making some big processors here.
It's a big processor.
They're making some big promises here. Our processors will even show you unconditional love. They didn't say that.
They'll make you coffee.
And we didn't even mean to do this, but meanwhile in Intel land, things still suck. Security firm Positive Technologies reports that almost all Intel chips from the past 5 years have an unfixable security flaw right there in the Converged Security and Management Engine, or CSME. That's not positive at all. Oh. That hits me right where it hurts the most, right in the CSME. The CSME is important for various security measures like the Trusted Platform Module, authentication of BIOS firmware, and BitLocker. The flaw reportedly cannot be patched with a firmware update, and because of that, the researchers say that it effectively undermines trust in Intel's platform as a whole. Where's the positive part?
Yeah, whoopsies.
Intel says that installing CSME and BIOS updates should mitigate remote attacks, but that users could still be vulnerable to attacks from anyone with physical access to the hardware, although that is kind of always the case, isn't it? There have been so many stories about flaws in Intel chips, I'm starting to brush them off now. You know? No, I'm not at all. It's still a big deal.
Whatever.
And now it's time for the Quick Quaps, brought to you by Brilliant. Whether you're a student, a professional brushing up on cutting-edge topics, or just someone who wants to understand the world a little better, because who doesn't? What's going on out there? Brilliant makes learning easy with interactive explorations and a mobile app. And you know what, John? Why don't you set a goal to improve yourself a little bit every day with Brilliant? I think you'd probably like the Introduction to Neural Networks course. You can learn how wiring up just 50 neurons can build a network that's capable of classifying handwritten digits. I mean, that's so John, you know? Check out that course and many, many others by going to brilliant.org/techlinked. The first 200 people to do so will get 20% off a premium subscription. To the Quick Quaps we shall go! In an effort to fight child exploitation online, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and others have agreed to guidelines published by the US Department of Justice and its counterparts in Australia, Canada, and the UK. But 2 US senators on the Judiciary Committee are also introducing a formal bill that they say aims to do the same thing by removing protections for end-to-end encryption. Ooh. And then there's another bill introduced by like other senators that would remove likes from any content posted by children. So wow, it's gonna be a pretty exciting time to be a kid.
Wow.
No one can like you and everyone can see what you're talking about.
Hey.
Hey. Cancel Watch continues. Twitchcon has been canceled. Minecraft Festival has been postponed, although the live stream element will continue as planned. The launch of the TurboGrafx-16 Mini console has been delayed, and Apple and Google are restricting apps from their respective app stores that are related to the current health crisis. Wait, why? Apparently it's in order to prevent the spread of misinformation?
Yeah, anyone can make an app.
But hey, LTX is still happening. As long as it is still happening, we're keeping an eye on the situation. By the way, tickets went live today, so go ahead and buy those. Sonos has seen the error of its ways and will not force users to put their older speakers into recycle mode, effectively bricking them in order to get a discounted upgrade to newer models. But at the same time, Phillips is ending support for its circle-shaped Bridge V1 hub for its Hue lighting system in favor of the new, more square Bridge V2. Kind of lame. Great if you love squares.
It looks like a sandwich.
Or if you hate circles.
Oh, yeah.
Space lettuce. NASA has reported that experiments aboard the International Space Station yielded edible lettuce. Wow, so maybe civilians can have a taste of lettuce when SpaceX flies out there and gets some and brings it back to us.
Oh.
In 2021. You made it, space, congratulations, have a salad. And researchers at the University of Michigan have developed prosthetic technology which allows amputees to control a hand with very little training. The method involves grafting muscle onto nerve endings in order to amplify the detectable signal. That is, there's no joke at the end of this topic. It's just that's just cool.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, if we're out of jokes, then we're out of time.
Yep.
We're out.
That's how that
we're
works.
out. Goodbye. Come back on Monday for more outrageous tech news that will
blow your mind.
Oh, like what?
Well, I'm not. How am I supposed to know?
Well,
It's not Monday yet, is it?
geez, how am I supposed to come back then?